Hey everyone, welcome to the channel and welcome to the newly delivered Hunter 350 from Royal Enfield. This is the dapper version and it's got less than 1 mile on it, and we've got a few things to do on this bike over the next month, so exciting times ahead. So let's talk about things like finance and how much this costs. It's been reduced now to something like 3,600, and with £1,000 deposit on hire purchase, you could own this by paying £120 a month over 24 months, that's 2 years. So for £120 a month, you can at the end own this bike. This is not PCP, this is about owning the bike completely. Now, what does £120 a month mean? I'm sorry for the wind if you can hear the wind, but £120 a month means £30 a week. Now, £30 a week basically buys you 2 packets of cigarettes and maybe a pint of lager. So that's how much this costs a week. 2 packets of cigarettes and a pint of lager. That's £30 a week. And this will do 110 to the gallon. And in the rising costs of energy and fuel, this is a really significant way of keeping yourself mobile. So who does this bike apply to? I see 3 categories. I see the young 19-year-old rider that's just passed their test in the UK, their full A1 test. I see someone who already owns a motorcycle but wants a more economical motorcycle to be able to get around, go to Tesco and do the trips to work and things like that, rather than using their gas guzzling car. And I also see this as a bike where a previous rider with a full license wants to return to riding at a relatively cheap cost and enjoy the experiences that they used to have when they were younger. Let's talk about the first category. So, when I was young, I ended up buying, so this is 1986, I ended up buying a Suzuki X7, and that did 30 miles to the gallon. But petrol didn't seem a major problem. And when you're 19 or a young person of 25 and below, you know, especially from a male perspective, you know, you've only got a few things on your mind: beer, girls, or women, or whatever, and transport. And now we're coming into an environment where the bank of mum and dad are going to really struggle with the high interest rates on mortgage and things like that. So when I was a kid, I couldn't afford a car. I had to use a motorbike to get around until I could afford a car. And then the first car was something like a Mini Clubman, and it wasn't expensive, maybe £500. And so I used to use my Suzuki X7. But if I had my choice now between the X7 and this, I'd probably go for the Royal Enfield that's in front of us now, the Hunter 350, because this brings 110 to the gallon. It's cheap to buy, brand new, and it's got a 3-year warranty, and it's got full European breakdown cover for 3 years. So this allows the young person to put their tent, their sleeping bag on the bike and start riding around Europe, which isn't expensive. If you want any advice on that, leave comments below, I'll get in touch with you. It's easily done. Getting down to the Alps is not a major problem. It's not a problem at all. And then there's a second category. I currently have a Triumph Tiger, the 900 GT, and This is not replacing the Tiger. Yes, I'm going away down to the Alps in September on the Tiger, and there will be another set of videos for that tour. And so this is an alternate for getting back to work, going back and forwards to work, doing whatever trips that you need to do. Maybe take the missus or your partner on the back for a quick ride, and it doesn't cost a fortune to run, and it's so easy to maintain. If you've got a motorbike now, then you're probably maintaining that yourself, and this bike is so easy to maintain. The third category is the returning rider, should I say. So these are the guys and gals that have passed the test when they were 20 or in the 20s. Probably never went through the A1 or A2 license process. A guy just stood on the corner and you took your test, and then you passed, and then you were allowed to ride any machine that you wanted. And this may have been at the age of 21. But now you want to return back to motorcycles, and this bike is a great starting place. This will get you back on the road for a relatively cheap amount, £3,600, and it's a great machine. Having sat on this and not ridden it properly yet, this is the kind of bike where you're actually looking in front of you and enjoying the ride. Whereas I find on my Triumph Tiger, with its Space Invader monitor in front of me, I'm regularly looking at the monitor and taking out information that it's supplying. And it's good information, there's no doubts there. But I find that, looking at this one, it's like going back to the 1980s with 2023 technology. So there's a couple of things here. Royal Enfield, they're not very good quality. That's absolute rubbish. Absolute rubbish. 10 years ago and before, maybe they weren't the best of quality, and generally speaking they were ridden in India because the guys there know how to fix them at the side of the road. But today, and through force of the Indian consumer, Royal Enfield has uplifted their quality, and this, having had a look around it, is absolutely superb quality for £3,600. So I think it's going to be a wonderful bike moving forward. There are a few things that we're going to do on the bike before we start taking it out. I need to run it in, and it needs to have its 300-mile service. And then what we're going to do is start going into Wales or Scotland and taking this camping. And I'm going to show, especially to the young and whoever's watching the video, that you truly can tour on this Hntr 350. And it's going to return great miles per gallon, so you can keep going, and it won't be expensive. There is a possibility that I might even take it down as far as somewhere like Portugal. So get the ferry over to Calais from Dover, and then ride all the way south through France, all the way south through Spain, over the Pyrenees of course, and then down into Portugal. One of my friends lives in Vilamora, and I'll go and stop there for a night or two, and then do my journey north back to the UK. If you've got this far, I'd just like to say thank you to Jones and Alcock Limited of Stafford for arranging this machine out to me. They delivered it last night. I'm really looking forward to having a play with this machine. It's going to be great fun. There's going to be more videos in the future, so here we go. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to turn notifications on, and a like would be great. And if you want to buy me a coffee, just get in touch with me, and you can send an amount to my PayPal account. I'll give you the email address. It's all much appreciated. This is going to be a great adventure. I'm going to show you what you can do with this bike, and we're going to have great times. Quad lock. This is obviously a copy, and I got it from eBay, and it's got everything in it, and it looks just like quad lock, and it's working just like quad lock, and it's got the suppressor on it. And this kit, and this is just sharing information, I'm not sponsored by these guys, this kit costs £17 delivered. £17. So I'm going to try this out on the Hunter, and let's see if it's any good. I think it's, you know, the build quality on this looks fantastic. It doesn't seem to, it's not cheap. I can't believe, no, I can believe that this only costs £17. I'm struggling to believe why quad lock costs so much. Yeah, so obviously quad locks is run by a major accountant that wants to generate revenue and profits. £17 off eBay. There we are. I hope you found this useful. I'm looking forward to the series of videos regarding the Hunter. And like I say, if you've got this far, don't forget to subscribe and turn notifications on. There will be more videos about the Hunter. There will be more videos about the Tiger. And anything crazy that comes up in the news, I might just squirt that in as well. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Ride safely. And take your time on the roads. I'll see you very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.